Most traders secretly believe that the day they finally succeed will be the day they stop feeling anything. No fear, no hesitation, no frustration, no nerves. They imagine this calm, detached version of themselves. Someone who clicks entries without emotion, takes losses without reaction, and never feels shaken by the outcome. And when emotions show up anyway, they assume they're doing something wrong. They think, I shouldn't feel this way anymore. Or I've been doing this long enough. Or good traders don't get emotional, so they try harder to shut it down. They suppress fear. They ignore frustration. They push impatience away. And slowly, without realizing it, they start fighting themselves instead of trading the market. Here's the truth that changes everything. You cannot turn emotions off. And trying to do so is one of the biggest reasons traders stay inconsistent. Not because emotions are bad, but because emotions are not the problem you think they are. Trading is one of the most emotionally unnatural activities a human being can engage in. You are repeatedly asked to make decisions under uncertainty. You are forced to accept losses even when you did everything right. You are rewarded randomly. And you are punished inconsistently. Your brain did not evolve for this environment. So when emotions appear, fear, frustration, urgency, doubt, that's not weakness. That's your nervous system responding to perceived risk and uncertainty. The mistake most traders make is believing those emotions must be eliminated before they can trade well. But suppression doesn't create clarity. It creates tension. When you suppress an emotion, you don't remove it, you compress it. Your jaw tightens. Your breathing becomes shallow. Your focus narrows. Your patience shrinks. On the surface, you look calm. Internally, you're rigid. And rigid traders break under pressure. This is why traders who pride themselves on being disciplined often explode out of nowhere. One random trade. One revenge entry. One blown rule. Not because they don't know better, but because they spent the entire session holding their emotions down instead of managing them. Suppression burns mental energy, and trading already demands a lot of it. So let's reframe the goal properly. The goal of trading is not to feel nothing. The goal is to behave correctly while feeling something. That's emotional regulation. Suppression says, I shouldn't feel fear. Regulation says, I feel fear and I can still follow my rules. Suppression says, I need to calm down before I trade. Regulation says, I can trade calmly even if my body feels tense. Suppression says, I need confidence to execute. Regulation says, I can execute without confidence as long as the setup meets criteria. This distinction matters more than strategy, because emotions are not commands. They are signals. Fear is not telling you to exit. It's telling you the outcome matters. Frustration is not telling you to revenge trade. It's telling you expectations were violated. Impatience is not telling you to force trades. It's telling you your tolerance for stillness is low. When you treat emotions as enemies, you stop listening to useful information. When you treat them as signals, you stay in control. Let's make this practical. Here's a simple framework you can use in real time, not to remove emotion, but to prevent it from hijacking your behavior. Notice, name, narrow, next, first, notice. Most traders don't notice emotion until it becomes action. Instead, look for the early signals. Restlessness, tight shoulders, rapid chart switching, the urge to click just to be involved. These are signs emotion is present, not that something is wrong. Second, name. You don't need deep analysis. You just need a label. Fear, frustration, urgency, doubt. Labeling creates distance. I am afraid becomes fear is present. That small shift prevents fusion, where the emotion becomes your identity. Third, narrow. When emotions rise, your mind wants to solve everything at once. Get green. Fix the day. Prove yourself. Narrowing means reducing your focus back to the process. Ask yourself, what is my one job right now? It's not make money. It's not recover losses. Your job is almost always something boring and specific. Wait for your setup. Respect your stop. Take defined risk, or do nothing. And fourth, next, take the next correct process step, not the emotionally satisfying one. Sometimes the correct step is to trade. Sometimes it's to wait. Sometimes it's to step away. But the decision comes from your rules, not from seeking relief. Let's look at some real scenarios. You see a clean setup, but fear hits right before you enter. If you try to turn fear off, you hesitate, or you might even force the trade just to get it over with. If you regulate instead, notice the tension in your body. Name the feeling as fear. Narrow your focus to your entry criteria. Then execute if the rules are met. The fear might still be there, but your behavior stays clean. Here's another one. You take a good trade. It loses. Frustration rises. Your mind wants to get it back immediately. Regulation looks like this. Notice that urge to jump back in. Name it as frustration. Narrow your focus to your reset rules. Maybe you step away for 2 minutes. You're not weak. You're protecting your decision quality for the next trade. Or how about this? The market is choppy. Nothing is happening. You feel bored and restless. That feeling is not opportunity. It's discomfort with stillness. Regulation means you notice the restlessness. You name it as impatience. You narrow your focus to no trade unless criteria appear. You can set some alerts and walk away. The trade you don't take often saves your week. Here's the deeper truth. The most dangerous days are not the days when you feel emotional. They're the days when you pretend you don't, because suppressed emotion leaks into your behavior quietly. You move your stops just a bit. You chase just one more trade. You size up because it feels right. And later you look at your account and wonder what happened. Consistency isn't built by becoming emotionless. It's built by making your behavior predictable under pressure. That's what professionals do. They don't wait to feel good to act correctly. They act correctly regardless of how they feel. If you've been chasing a state of calm, let that go. Calm is not required. Control is. Structure is. Process is. So stop asking, how do I stop feeling this? Start asking, how do I behave correctly while feeling this? That one question changes everything. And that's the trader's hidden edge. If this helped you, hit that like button, subscribe for more trading psychology, and drop a comment below. Which emotion shows up most often for you when you trade? Is it fear, frustration, impatience, or something else? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.